What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about things in London that really confuse us Americans. So, I understand that in the UK, you guys have your own way of doing things. So today, I really want to take a look at this list of 10 ways that London is very different from the United States and our cities. So let's take a look at these and see if I can understand any of this. Starting with number one, why in the world does leasehold slash freehold exist? It is literally the most confusing thing I have ever encountered. What is this? Leasehold and freehold? I have no idea what that means. I'm going to be honest. I have never heard these words before. Leasehold and freehold. It makes no sense. It's time to get rid of it. Well, I don't know if it makes sense or not. I don't know what to think about this because I don't know what these terms are. This is some kind of British or London specific thing. I don't know. I'm going to look this up actually. Thank goodness I can just look this up. Leasehold, freehold. Okay. And it says the Post is expressing disbelief that in the UK, when you buy a home, you might not actually own the land that it sits on? Huh? So freehold means you own the property and the land. Okay. I think that's pretty typical in the United States, especially when you're buying a home. Are we talking about buying a home or renting? Because that's very different as well. Leasehold means you own the property for a set number of years, like 99 years, while someone else still owns the land underneath, and you have to often pay a rent for the land. What is the what? Okay. This is interesting. So you own the home or the property, but you're renting the land that it sits upon? Is that about right? I don't know what the purpose of that kind of system would be. Maybe it's just how you've always done things in London, but that is weird for an American. Like for us, when you buy a house especially, you feel like you are obligated to own the land as well, even though in the United States, for the rest of your life, you got to pay taxes, property taxes on the land. So, in a way, the government owns your land because you got to pay them every year for the land that your house is on. So, this is not that crazy to me. It's just, it is definitely different, and I see where it would be confusing, especially since I'm not even familiar with these terms, like most Americans. Okay, interesting. I don't know what to think about that. Do people in London, do you care about that? Do you not like that? Or is that just the way it's been, so it's kind of whatever? Interesting. Okay, number two, no trash cans anywhere. Really? No trash cans? Yes, I know why aren't there any trash cans. However, that doesn't mean I can't find it annoying. Why, why aren't there any trash cans? I don't know why there aren't any trash cans. Surely the danger is over and it's time to put more trash cans? The danger? What is this talking about? And this post is like, I don't know, 2 years old or something. Maybe this is out of date, but what is the danger of trash cans? Is somebody hiding in it? They kind of pop out? Or is this a London thing as well? So, you guys didn't have trash cans? Is this because you want people to bring their trash home with them. Like, I know in Japan they don't have a lot of trash cans because you're expected to bring your trash home or recycle or I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. This is really living up to its name so far. I am very confused about these things in London because here in America and in our major cities, there's lots of trash cans everywhere. That's one nice thing. Not much recycling, I will admit. Not much recycling at all. And unfortunately, especially in our cities, a lot of people just throw trash on the ground. And there's a lot of littering, which is terrible, despite there being trash cans and dumpsters. And, that's a mild annoyance, not having trash cans everywhere, but not the worst thing in the world. Okay. I would kind of understand why you wouldn't. And there's some kind of danger that I don't know about either. Number three, when British people say, I'm going shopping, okay, they confusingly don't mean they're going shopping for clothing. Really? They mean they are doing food shopping. When they pop to the shops, they are just going to the grocery store. Interesting. That's actually a surprising difference. Because here in the United States, if you say, I'm going shopping, that always means that you are going shopping for clothing or for like, stuff, not food, not stuff you need to survive, like items, luxury things, electronics, whatever. You're going to look around and have fun shopping. Whereas that exact same phrase in Britain and including London mean that it always means that you're going shopping for food. Huh. I mean, that would have, like, if someone said that to me, I would have definitely taken it the wrong way. Now I actually know. But it's not like the biggest deal. It's just kind of a funny difference. That's confusing, but once you understand the difference, then everything's okay. How do I go to the next? Here we go. I couldn't find the little arrow to go to the next slide. Excuse me. Number 4. Why aren't the coins sized by worth? Okay, I know no one uses coins anymore, but why aren't they in order by size? Really? This is like not just a London thing, this is like a British currency thing. So I'm not really familiar with British currency or all of your coins, but you're telling me that if something is worth more, it is not necessarily a bigger coin? Again, not the end of the world, but you got to admit, that is confusing. But here in the United States, we have a 5 cent, the nickel, and that is bigger than the 10 cent, the dime. So we don't even follow this rule. Like, I think for the most part we try to, but we don't even follow this rule. But that would be confusing for me, even as an American. Number 5, lemonade versus Sprite? What is this? Sometimes I order a lemonade knowing I'll get a Sprite, but they hear my accent and give me a lemonade? What now? Lemon. I would never have thought about lemonade and Sprite being interchangeable. When I think about it, I get that Sprite, it kind of has that lemon lime soda flavor going on, but never in my life have I gotten the two like mixed with each other or let alone that they could be interchangeable. So let me get this straight. If you order a lemonade in London, you will get a soda, a Sprite. Do you guys call it Sprite? You call it lemonade. What? But lemonade, I thought lemonade was like a universal drink, like lemon flavored water, basically, lemonade. Surely you guys have lemonade. Do you guys have lemonade and Sprite as I know it to be? I guess not. They hear my accent and so I ask for lemonade because I want a Sprite or maybe an American Sprite, but they hear my American accent and give me lemonade. Because they're trying to give me what the American lemonade is. This is too many levels. I'll just say, or I'll just ask for a 7 Up, and that just does not exist. Really? To be fair, who orders 7 Up? 7 Up is like, who gets 7 Up, even here in the United States? Who orders that? Come on. Or if I do say Sprite, they say, no, we just have lemonade. This is very confusing to me because I have never thought about Sprite is a soda, pop, cola, like Coke. And lemonade is almost like lemon flavored water beverage. Apparently this is different in the UK and I'm not exactly sure how. I'm going to look this up actually. Okay, is Sprite versus lemonade different in London than the United States? Yes, it's very different. And this is a surprise that confuses a lot of Americans. Okay, perfect. I am confused. In the United States, Sprite is a lemon lime soda. Lemonade is a drink with lemon, juice, water. Yes, I know that. Okay. In the UK, Sprite is still branded as a lemon lime soda. Lemonade, although, is a clear carbonated soda that tastes a lot like Sprite or 7 Up. It's not the cloudy, fresh squeezed drink Americans expect. Really? Lemonade is some kind of fizzy lemon soda in London and the UK. So lemonade is what is completely different versus what we think of it here in the US. Got it. That is extremely confusing for no reason. Like, that is the last thing I would have thought would be confusing and different between our countries. Okay, number 6, you can't be positive that the pub is playing the popular sports. So, firstly, some of the pubs don't even have a TV. That's surprising. And I guess it's a bit of a shock for Americans because we don't have pubs, but we have bars, and they're almost always branded as sports bars, where you can drink alcohol and watch sports. That's almost the entire purpose of a lot of our American bars. So I can see this being very jarring, because Americans expect that from a bar-like establishment. But pubs are not bars. I know they are different. Secondly, some of the bars don't play Sky Sports, so you have to check to see if the pub is playing your specific game. Thirdly, it's probably absolutely rammed during big matches because only a few places play the game. So if you find a pub that's playing your game, it might be packed. Interesting. I've learned a little bit about British pubs and how they're not trying to be American sports bars. They are a different type of atmosphere and a different kind of place and serve a different purpose. And yeah, so this is just something Americans need to realize, not get mad about or try to compare to a bar. The British pubs are their own thing and have a different purpose. Fair enough. 7, how do people not get tickets for Wimbledon? I go every year through the ballot resale. Really? You just have to join the ballot every year and then you can access the resale tickets. Is it easy to get tickets to Wimbledon if you're in London? Because I would think getting tickets to Wimbledon is pretty freaking hard. That's got to be one of the most in-demand events of the year, right? But if you actually live there locally, there's like a ballot resale thing or... That's amazing. That's awesome. Because I'm a big tennis fan. Going to Wimbledon would be insane. And if you live locally by it, it sounds like you actually can, like every year. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Number 8. Not me, but my American friends recently visited London and were surprised and excited to drink outside on the street. It was truly an adventure for them to carry their beer outside the pub and stand on the sidewalk. Because here in America, there's a lot of laws preventing you from carrying alcohol out on the street and walking around in public drunk and with alcohol. Um, so I guess in London, you're allowed to just wander with your drinks, and that would be exciting for a lot of Americans. That is true. I didn't know that. Number nine, vapes. Again, my American friends were surprised at how many people in London vaped. They're used to Europeans smoking cigarettes, but vaping seems to be big in London. Okay. That's, that is like the least mind-blowing fact of the whole list. Like, oh, vaping is popular in America, smoking, vaping, I guess if you travel around different European countries, you're more likely to see smoking, actual cigarettes. But in London, you got vapes. Either okay, okay. That's not too confusing to understand. And number 10, bits. Sorry, but it sounds so disgusting to say you're drinking orange juice with bits. What is orange juice with bits? I don't even know what that is trying to mean. Like with some orange juice is kind of thick with pulp. Maybe we call it pulp. Are we talking about the orange juice with like thick pulp in it, Because that is a thing in America. You guys call it bits. The use of the word bits does not disturb me that much. I don't. Apparently, it really disturbed this American who made this list. That's not. I wouldn't know what you're talking about if you said there were bits in your orange juice. I'd be like, that's what? Bits of what? Oh my God. But now, when it's explained, it's not that crazy. So there you have it. Is that the end? Yes. Some of these were very, very confusing, and some of these were like, frankly, fairly tame and obvious. So there was a nice mixture here, and I definitely learned some new things about British culture and what it's like in London. And so this was really cool, actually. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these British things or in London that confuse us Americans. And if I got everything right, that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to British culture, British things that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.